Okay, welcome everyone. Can everyone hear me well? Welcome, thank you all for being here. Do we have any Ukrainian people here today with us from Ukraine? I just want to start from saying Slava Ukraini. I know it's a very important day for you today, and thank you for being with us on this important day. I'm really happy to see you all today. I hope you will find some seats and everyone is comfortable. My name, as indicates, is Katarzyna. I'm from Poland. I moved here about 18 years ago. So I've been living here for a very long time. And I work here in Þroskahjálp as project manager for children with disabilities. And I will be hosting this presentation for you tonight. As I said, I'm from Poland, and I am also mother of a child with disability. I have two boys, but my older one has disability, and he's almost 14 years old now, so I've been doing this for a longer period of time. And with me today are cultural mediators from the Directorate of Education and School Services. And I will just, they are, you can see their names here. They are somewhere here sitting with us. And after this presentation, we will have a discussion and questions. And then you can ask cultural mediators in your native language. If you have any question, you can ask them in your native language. You can, of course, also ask in English or Icelandic. Let me show you, display these beautiful places on the screen. We have Krzysztof, where are you? Krzysztof. Yeah, he's there. We have Abraham. We have Ina, yeah. We have Katarzyna is on the way. And we have Ali. Ali's over there, yeah. You can also try to sit somewhere close to your mediator if you feel more comfortable in the language. With me today is also Anna Laura Steindal. There she is. She's babysitting, she's very busy. But she's our CEO of Þroskahjálp. And with me also is Fabiana. Fabiana is my co-worker. She also speaks Portuguese, if anyone is in need of Portuguese. And we have Styrmir, my colleague over there, who's recording, but I understand that he's recording only me speaking, yeah? He will possibly also take some pictures later. If you don't want to be on any pictures, then you should probably let us know, so we will avoid it. This evening is for parents and caregivers of children with disabilities in Iceland, who are navigating the Icelandic system. And it's both for people who just came, who just arrived to Iceland, and people who have been for a longer period of time, because you may not be aware, but we don't really hold this kind of evenings very often in English. So we just decided to organize it and see how it's going to go. It's going very well, so I'm happy to see it. The goal is, of course, not to give you all the answers tonight, because this is very big group of people and needs, but we will try to help you understand your rights, try to see your options and tell you where to turn for support. As I said before, holding a presentation for this big group of people is very tricky, because both migration is a huge topic and disability is also a huge topic. So we have families here of different cultural backgrounds, as you can see, and different stages of Icelandic experience. And we also have people who have children. There are many kinds of disability. We have cognitive disabilities, intellectual disabilities, we have physical disabilities, we have disabilities that come from chronic illnesses. Yeah, sorry. Okay. But what we will try to cover today is rights of children with disabilities in Iceland, services for families and support, and education of children in Iceland. Later, after my presentation, we will also present main organizations working with children and families in Iceland. Most of them works in the same building. And we will try to talk what is different in your countries than here in Iceland, and we will try to also maybe not compare, but maybe try to adjust the changes that you're going through with more explaining. I'll maybe start shortly from introducing my own organization. Þroskahjálp is a national association of persons with intellectual disabilities. We are basically a national advocacy human rights organization. We are not service providers, but we support families and protect rights through advocacy. We mostly advocate for people with intellectual disabilities and also related like autism spectrum, Down syndrome, but we also focus a lot on people who are in most marginalized positions due to their disability, immigrant background, and any other marginalizing factor. As I mentioned before, I work as a project manager and I advocate deeply because basically I come from the same situation as you. I advocate deeply for families of an immigrant background in Iceland because I was forced to learn on my own how to navigate the system and where to gather information, how to support my son. Well, 10 years ago, but still. I know that the Icelandic system can be very unfamiliar, very chaotic, and feel really isolating. And I mean, even if sometimes you ask Icelanders, they say that the system is very complicated. So it's not easy to try to learn and navigate everything here. We've created a big information hub on Iceland.is or Iceland.is is a governmental national information website, and we gather there all information about disability of children, their rights, the diagnosis process, and everything. We also work a lot with professionals, and we hold conferences and seminars about rights because we believe that it's very important to focus on to help professionals understand challenges that come from being of an immigrant background in Iceland. And we do a lot in education awareness campaigns. We hold information evenings. I run a support group for Polish parents, and we distribute educational material. You probably know this one. Biggest challenges. We know that families of children with disabilities face more challenges in their life than due to the language barriers and system complications. Information in Iceland is not necessarily accessible. Institutions and organizations are not always working with each other. They don't really talk much. And the whole system is designed between different municipalities with their own regulations. On top of that, of course, we can also add lack of support. We don't have our own families here in Iceland. We have often difficult or complicated social situations, more work hours, shift work, working on weekends, and on top of that also cultural differences. We see disability differently, and it might be a challenge. This can all create, of course, very difficult circumstances and not being able to support the child to the maximum. In Iceland, I like to say that in Iceland we have very good law for children. Children are very protected by law in Iceland. We have not even United Convention on the Rights of the Child that we take really seriously, but also we have good laws that say about the right to education for children with disabilities, basically until the child is 18 years old. And children with disabilities have the same rights as all other children to education. And we have those three very good acts on national curriculum about education in kindergartens and primary schools. where it's stated that children should get all the support they need, and act on integrated services in the interest of children's prosperity. It's also a very long name in Icelandic. It basically says that services should be integrated and professionals should speak to each other to help the family and the child the best. And our shared goal should always be, of course, participation in society, inclusion, and meaningful everyday life. And services in Iceland, of course, as following, are meant to support this. But they need to be flexible and adapted to each child's individual needs and circumstances, which is really difficult thing to do. If you, by law, have to meet the needs of every individual child in school, you can imagine it's kind of hard to do. But we should design support around the rights of the child and keeping both the child, I'm here, and the family at the center of all decision making. Because it's really backed by research that family-centered services are the best outcome for the prosperity of the child. Here in Iceland, we need diagnosis to provide the right services. In my work, I meet not many, but some parents who don't want to diagnose children. But in the Icelandic system, diagnosis is not a label. It's a tool that tells us, helps us understand the child's strengths, challenges, and support needs. It often opens the door to services. You have to have diagnosis in Iceland to maybe not go to school and apply for services in school, but you have to have diagnosis to get care payments, and you have to have diagnosis to do many things that I'm not gonna maybe tell you about right now, but it helps professionals see what the whole picture about the child, and it makes easier access to coordinated services like education, health, social support as well. At the same time, children grow and develop over time, so support should always be flexible. If you need the support for a 4-year-old child, and maybe the main goal is to focus, maybe the main goal for professionals in kindergarten is to teach the child to eat independently and go outside with the peers. It's not going to be the same. The child's main needs are not going to be the same in 10 years. So it may vary over the time. And it's very important to regularly adjust the support plan for the child. Here in Iceland, we have it very simple. You need initial assessment. And generally it's done by a psychologist in kindergarten and primary school. It's kind of observation and some kind of tests, questionnaire with parents, and where there are concerns, the child will be referred for formal diagnosis. And if we are talking about disability in Iceland, then it's going to go to one institution that's called Counseling and Diagnostic Center, or Ráðgjafar- og Greiningarstöð. If we don't have indication of disability, it will probably be referred to Geðheilsumiðstöð barna, which is mental health institution for children. Probably not good translation, but yeah. And the process, of course, involves, here is only one psychologist that makes assessment, but here we have many different specialists, like speech therapists, like psychologists, like special pedagogue, and they're all diagnosing the child. We of course do it not only to understand the child better, but also to open access to coordinated support services and social support. And you've probably heard about long waiting lists in Iceland. There are whole legends around it. Mostly waiting lists in Iceland are because we have too few professionals. we don't really have, we have like 2 institutions that diagnose children, so, well, you can imagine maybe 20 people working on diagnosis for all children of Iceland, and limited number of diagnostic centers. And also what parents often don't know, if we speak about intellectual disability, there must be 10-12 months between both tests, so the waiting list is even longer. It's done so the child is not learning the answer, so we make sure that the child is yeah. But it's important to remember that support should not start only from a final diagnosis. Basically, if we only have this first assessment, support can start in kindergarten. Professionals can start to adjust to address the support needs of the child. And parents should also be involved from the beginning. From the very beginning, you see that you want to maybe check development of your child.
But when you say about the specialist, do you mean psychologist or like, for example, my daughter has a genetic disease, so she was diagnosed by neurologist, and of course, this disease is quite heavy.
Yeah.
And does it mean that she has to go through this center, or
where was she diagnosed?
She was diagnosed in hospital, in Reykjavík hospital.
When she was born?
11 months.
Okay, 11 months. Okay, so yeah, I skipped that part.
Yeah.
Okay, so when in Iceland the child is, when the child is diagnosed very young, at very young age, and it's physical, then it's probably not Ráðgjafar og Greiningarstöð, but the hospital.
Yeah, okay.
And Ráðgjafar og Greiningarstöð, this institution that makes diagnosis, is cooperating with hospital, and they also have professionals who work with children from 10 months old. But the main diagnosis, like physical diagnosis, are mostly made in the hospital.
Yeah, okay.
And also if the child is born with Down syndrome, it happens in the hospital. Like, disabilities that are visible from the very beginning. And basically, when the child was diagnosed abroad, and we come with diagnosis to Iceland, it also goes through Ráðgjafar og Greiningarstöð.
Yeah, and the Greiningarstöð, is it one of the centers?
Yeah, it's the one. It's counseling and diagnostic center. I'll maybe help you to find the right institution later. Okay.
Also, when applying for certain services, you have to go through the center as well.
Sorry, I can hear you very well.
Okay.
So to apply for certain services, you have to still go through Ráðgjafar og Greiningarstöð. If you
get the SIS,
to get a certain evaluation to be allowed to apply for certain services from the program.
Okay. Okay, so this is only in case of physical disabilities, or because intellectual and all the spectrum it goes through Ráðgjafar og Greiningarstöð?
because money follows the assessment. So
Okay.
the municipality goes through the assessment, so they get money from the state.
Okay, good to know. Thank you very much for explaining this to us. I will maybe adjust my slides later, but also when I speak that you can get certain services or support in schools, in kindergarten and school, we have a law that says that after the initial assessment, the needs of the child should be addressed. So maybe it doesn't give you the right to apply for care payments, greiðslur. You don't get any financial benefits after initial assessment, only after full diagnosis. But like more coordinated services and financial benefits are after full diagnosis. It's complicated, I know. Okay, now I have to write where we were. And my favorite, we have full of municipalities in Iceland, and they really, Reykjavík is the biggest one. And you can imagine it like, the biggest one gets the most money, yeah? So the law is the same for everyone, but regulations in municipalities can vary between, how we call it in Reykjavík and how we call it in Ísafjörður, and basically all service is organized around the place where the child lives. Yeah, as I said, they are all based on the same law. Law is same for every child in Iceland. We have slightly different regulations. There might be some difference on, how we call Lýðveisla here and something else in Hafnarfjörður. So it's very important for parents to, also they have different budget. It's very important for a parent to just go to your own municipality where you live and ask your social worker in there about services that apply to your family and your child. Can I ask you maybe here in this room, how many of you know your social worker? Have a social worker that you can call? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. That's not bad, but not all of you. The most important service for a parent of the child in Iceland is, and it's also the most important support for the family, is the social worker. It's called differently in many municipalities. Here in Reykjavík we call it félagsráðgjafi, but people who work in this position in your municipality, they are not always social workers, by education. Sometimes they are special pedagogues, sometimes they are psychologists, sometimes they are social workers, social advisors. But they all have the same role. In general, social worker can help you understand what service exists. They can help you understand, they can guide you through services, through applications, and they can explain what steps come next. If you don't have any social worker, you don't have any person that you can connect within your municipality, no email, no name, no nothing, you can go tomorrow to your municipality and ask for the next available one. You can ask them to assign you one. Because this is the service that is free of charge for everyone, and every parent of a child of disability, whether it's Down syndrome, whether it's autism spectrum, whether it's some kind of physical disability, whether it's some chronic illness, they have a right to social advisor. You can just go for a meeting, probably order some translation as well, and you can go through the next steps and help you. The social worker can help you to apply for services and to explain to you what are the rights and the next steps for your family.
Sorry?
Yeah, sorry?
Is the social worker available even if you only have the first assessment yet and are on the wait list?
Should be, yeah. Yeah. I mean, social worker is available if you need help for any kind of, problems that your family may have in a municipality. But many of them are specializing also in disabilities, and they have special departments in most of municipalities for people with disabilities or children with disabilities. So, it should work. But of course, if they don't answer you, you should probably be more like, ask again and ask again and ask again, because sometimes they don't really answer emails, but it's checked info, you have a right to social worker. And we have in most municipalities, we have this, probably you all come from Reykjavík and around, because this is, we're meeting here, but sometimes in north of Iceland it's called differently, but basically the rule is the same. We have a variety of different services in municipality for children with disabilities and for the family. Does anyone here has support family? Okay, great. Does anyone here use transportation services? Pant, Axturþjónusta? Okay, great, that's very good. And my favorite, short-term stays, skammtímadvöl.
Short-term
1, 2, 3. Yeah, short-term stay. Wait a sec, I'll scroll through my notes. Is are you from Reykjavík? Akranes, okay. I need to check Akranes because I've come across this question. I'm not sure if it's in Akranes, but in most municipalities they have a special housing where the child goes for like 2-3 nights over. Rjóður is more for like chronic illness children. And Okay, so Rjóður. Do you know something about this? It's also Skamtímaðurð?
Yes.
Okay. Short-term stay. Okay.
Yeah, you mean by short-term stays you mean something like that?
Probably where you stay home, but your child goes away for 2-3 nights. You know, they go to swimming pool or watch TV or do some. I'm not sure if your child needs some kind of.
More like an institution because we have supporting family and our daughters stay like. For example, 1 weekend a month, 2 weekends a month, overnight.
Yeah, that's support family. Or this one is more after school, like one person coming to pick your child and coming back home after like 4 hours. And this one is over the weekend, a family or sometimes just one person. But this one is an institution, where like 4 or 5 children at the same time live for a few days and there's staff and. They do many, at home, but not with parents. And then, of course, again, social advisor. Care payments, umönnunargreiðslur. Mostly care payments are for children who have full diagnosis, but it is possible to receive some kind of, I don't remember, it's probably 4th category and 25% or null or nothing. But but there are some kind of financial benefits if your child has gone through initial assessment. Umönnunargreiðslur also, the care payments, this is different. You can get, it really depends on the needs of the child how much money you get. So what you're gonna get is not necessarily the same as you're gonna get.
And we are talking about tryggingastopp.
No, I'm talking about umönnunargreiðslur, which is po polsku?
Tak.
Zasiłek. Dla taki finansowy. Umönnunargreiðslur are care payments for parents of children with disabilities. They come every month until child is 18 years old and you don't pay taxes.
En líka það munar eftir hvað margar nætur barnið á mánuði utan heimili.
Góður punktur. Last I heard was 2 weeks. Okay, talar 2 vikur eða meira.
Það fer eftir
allavega í Reykjavík.
Nætur ef meira þetta 6 eða 8 nætur á mánuði þá minga umönnunargreiðslur.
So the last time I heard from social advisor, if your child stays more than 2 weeks in some institutions and support families, then you miss the right you lose the right for care payments. So, but if it's like 10 nights, it's okay. But if it's like most of the time in some institutions, in some kind of housing, then you, of course, you don't get money.
Będę miała pytanie, bo ja dostaję pieniądze z Tryggingastopp na swoje dziecko. To jest
Wiem. Mogę Pani odpowiedzieć jak skończę prezentację? Okej, i zaraz to ogarniemy. Okay, and we run very quickly through. Okay. This is not quickly. So I'll be really quick. We have kindergartens in Iceland. I know you know it. Children like that small are most of children from 1-2 years old are in kindergarten, and in kindergarten you get pretty much a lot of service. You have regular meetings, you have stuff. We have I'll show it to you. It's gonna be quicker. Extra stuff, communication support, adapted services, cooperation with specialists, and this is all gone by primary school. In general, parents often have a feeling that when the child finishes kindergarten and goes to primary school, then it's completely different. It's not the same. Because in primary school, children of course, our main goal is to have inclusion and have children learning as any other children in school, but support and communication with teachers may be slightly different. We have in primary school individual educational plan, in cooperation with parents, extra assistance sometimes for the whole class and sometimes just for the child, depending only, of course, on the child, and adapted teaching methods, and sometimes smaller groups, sometimes individual lessons. It all depends on the child, on the municipality, and on the principal of the school. I will be honest with you. Okay, I'll skip this. You know what your challenges are. So we have 2 special schools in Iceland. For the whole Iceland, we have Arnarskóli and Klettaskóli. Klettaskóli is public school run by Reykjavík city. Arnarskóli is private school, independent school in Kópavogur. And any other children who did not go to Klettaskóli or Arnarskóli goes to mainstream school. In some mainstream schools, we have special class departments for children with disabilities. They called like autistic department or special education department. Not in every school. They are like about 10 in Reykjavík area. But even if your child is not in Klettaskóli, not in Arnarskóli, and not in Einhverfudeild or class for autism spectrum students, it should get special education in mainstream school. Because most schools have special education teacher or the whole department. Welcome. Just take a seat. And secondary education, are here parents of older children or teenagers? One, okay.
I'm like 6-year-old, so going to school.
Okay, soon? 12. Okay. 14. Okay. Okay, so this one is more for you, but also for you, you need to get ready. School in Iceland is compulsory until the child is 16 years old. After that, it's basically, if you don't want to, then you don't have to. And in some high schools or secondary education schools, we have classes that are basically like something we do in primary school. They're called sérbrautir. And then mostly they put a lot of impact on vocational training or getting the child ready for independent living, while having some education as well. And basically sérbraut, special education department, I need to find the word, is mostly for children who received special education in primary school. So if you were following special education program in primary school, you go to sérbraut. If not, then you don't go to, or you go to regular high school in Iceland.
I just say, one of those schools is actually right next to us.
One of the schools is there.
Þroskahjálp.
Great point. You can see the building with the lights over there is Fjölbrautaskólinn í Ármúla, and they have very good special education department. Yes. And I will really quickly go through peer support. Researches on peer support showed that being in touch with other parents that are in the same situation with you have the most impact on parents of children with disabilities, positive impact. Families tell us again and again that no professional, no matter how skilled professional, can fully understand what they're going through and what they need. So it's highly recommend to search for support in other families or with other parents. Asking questions, sharing experiences and learning from each other is not weakness, of course. It's a powerful resource, and when parents know each other and support each other, they build knowledge, resilience, they can be more independent and navigating the system stronger for their children in their community. You can take a screenshot if you want. Those are the Facebook groups that I know of. Of course, if you know any other Facebook group or any other portal, Instagram account, anything in other languages, you can let me know, because after these presentations I plan to gather all of the information together and send to you on your email. We have, groups for parents of autistic children, of disabled children with disabilities, chronically ill children, children with speech delays, children with ADHD, which formally is not disability in Iceland, but many children with autism spectrum has also ADHD. We have 2 Instagram accounts that are supporting parents. This one is mine own, and this one is in Icelandic. Polish support group has WhatsApp community that is going really well. We have one group for professionals and one group for parents, and they really, it's working. So if you have any ideas later, you can find me and we can maybe create one in your own languages. And last but not least, the website I told you about on Iceland.is. This website is created in English and in Icelandic, but you can also, of course, you can switch the language here in the corner, but also if you just highlight the text, and then you can have an automatic translation to 300 languages. So it's probably, how do I call it? Google Translate translation is not perfect, but give it a try and we'll see. I wanted to gather you all together just to let you know that you are not alone. See, there's a lot of you here speaking different languages and trying to find information. And we are the strongest when we work together. I know because I've tried it in Polish community in Iceland, and it's what's needed. Parents have to speak to each other and they have to try to create solutions together and support each other. So reach out, ask questions, and accept support. And 15 minutes more than I wanted, but yes. Thank you. But we're not gonna eat right away. Give me a sec, because I have a couple of organizations for you. I'll start from myself and then someone. So here in the same building, on the second floor, we have Sjónarhöll. Someone here knows Sjónarhöll? Yeah? Okay. So Sjónarhöll is counseling center for parents, for families, children of various support needs. You don't have to have disability diagnosis. You don't have to have any diagnosis, but you should probably stay in touch if you have any problem or you want to discuss something. They offer free counseling. They offer support on a wide range of matters. The case is assessed always together with parents. Give me a sec. And this format of counseling, of course, may differ. It can be through phone, it can be through email. They go sometimes on the meetings with school and then try to cooperate with professionals and provide consultation with service providers. They have a really good website. Let me show you. You can find it also in English, probably in some automatic translated languages. It's called educational website. They have a lot of articles on the rights, the support in Iceland, explaining things, how it works in school system. And you can contact them here through Contact Us. There is a form that you fill out and you send, and they are reaching out to you. Down syndrome? Hi. Hi. Gott að sjá þig.
Sömuleiðis.
Hello everybody, good evening. It's nice to be here with you. My name is Aðalbjörg Marta Agnarsdóttir. Many call me just Abba, it's easier. I'm the chair of the Down Syndrome Association in Iceland. But first and foremost, I am a mother to 3 wonderful children. When I had my youngest child, he he is now 5 years old. He was taken away from us the right after we had him, so I got scared. And then we had this whole pink big elephant in the room, and nobody said anything to us, and I got very scared. When I gathered my thoughts, I wrote to the Down Syndrome Association and I told them about my boy, and it was the first time I had heard the word congratulation. I hadn't had that before. It was the proper congratulations because I had my son and I was very happy about him, but he had Down syndrome. What I'm trying to say is that I can't imagine how difficult it must be for you to be in a foreign country because we have to stand by our child's rights. And it's so hard for me even, though I'm Icelandic. So we are here to assist everyone who has a child with Down syndrome. We want to take them in and we want to support them. Because inclusion is important. So as this evening, and I want to thank Þroskahjálp for making this come true, because we all matter. So, I would like to say that our association, the Down Syndrome Association of Iceland, is a community of families, parents and individuals who support each other. We create a safe and welcoming space where experiences are shared, friendships are formed, and information is exchanged. Although it is important that the children with disabilities are included, it is also important that their siblings are too, and of course the parents. Every year, we celebrate the World Down Syndrome Day, the 21st of March. It's my favorite day of the year, personally, and of course we are celebrating our amazing children. Once a year we also host this Christmas party where families come together, we connect, we celebrate, we eat good food and we just dance, and it's nice. We actually started to organize parent meetings just so we could discuss everyday life, both the challenges and the joy, of course. And that's in a supportive and understanding environment. We also thought about, do you know the Reykjavík marathon, where we run always during, I think it's August, yes. We are thinking about making plans. We buy t-shirts and we are raising awareness. Like we are all the same, we are running, we are trying to have some support by money, for example, to do everything for our families. Let's see. Services and support in Iceland. Like you know, Kasia, she went over this a little bit here earlier, but for us who have children with Down syndrome, they get diagnosed at the hospital, and then greiningarstöðin, which is in English, counseling. Yes, thank you. And there we have this early intervention for our children, and it's really good. They catch us. And then we have æfingastöðin, which is a rehabilitation center, and also I see, and there the children can receive both physiotherapy and occupational therapy. They also have swimming programs, which I love. My son loves swimming, and then they have also therapeutic horsing. And also, I wanted to shout out that Haukar, which is a very big basketball team in Iceland, in Hafnarfjörður, they are having their own Olympics team, and it's adorable. And also, I wanted to point out the sports program at Öspin. there we can have our children play sports. I wanted to share with you also, here it comes, a little bit late, yes. And also Gerpla, if you know that, the gymnastics, they also have this Olympic team, and we have actually a lot of people with Down syndrome playing at Gerpla, or what do you say, training with Gerpla. I wanted to tell you about Reykjadalur because it's called like summer camp opportunities at Reykjadalur. But when I was driving here, I actually read about that the government doesn't support it this year. And I'm really, really sad to tell you that, guys. But hopefully we can raise awareness of that and they can't take it away. I hope so. Yep. Hvað segirðu? Flott. Gott. What I wanted to say as well was the age support and supportive parent, but she has spoken about it as well. But there are many possibilities for our children. Don't hesitate to contact us in the association because we are a team. And yes, please come find me later if you want to ask some questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Takk fyrir.
Thank you. And then we have NPA.
Hello, my name is Iris, this is Erna. We are from NPA Miðstöðin. And, yeah. I'm going the wrong way, I'm sorry. I'm a Mac person. So NPA is user-led personal assistance, which is a form of service which is built on the idea of independent living, that everyone should be able to live independently, and that disabled people can choose where they live and with whom they live. It's sort of core of it is the work leaders have the freedom to control their own lives and lifestyle, and the work leader is just the disabled person who has user-led personal assistance. And the core of everything we do is the disabled person's ability to control who assists them. So they choose their own assistants with help from their families when they're young. What assistance they get, so what things they get help with. So they decide if they want help with getting dressed or not, and whatever they might need help with. They decide where the assistance happens. They can decide if they get assistance at home, at school, going abroad.
In the playground at the swimming pool.
In the playground at the swimming pool, exactly. When it happens, so they can decide at what time the assistance happens. They don't have to go by anyone else's schedule. And how, so how everything is done. So they can say how they want their own assistance to be executed. Okay, yeah. So in short, it is so the disabled person gets assistance that they hire themselves, and they decide exactly how they want their assistance to go. In order to apply for this, you'd have to talk to your municipality, so the town or city that you live in. You can talk to if you already have a social worker or ask for one, if you think this applies to your child or family member. And all of the applications go through the municipality, and it's a little bit different for every municipality, like so many other things. But the important thing is that all disabled people of all ages can have the right to get this service as long as they need assistance for 60 hours or more a month. So that's around 15 hours a week. And it is available for children as well. The only exception is if the person is disabled because of age issues, which is not the case for disabled children, so I will not go into that too deeply.
Does it work in Afghanistan?
Yes. It doesn't matter where in the country you live, it is everywhere in Iceland is supposed to provide this service, and children with disabilities do have the right to this also.
The youngest child we had in NPA Miðstöðin was 4 years old, and the oldest is 78, so all ages.
All ages. And it's also, you can go for anywhere from 60 hours a month, which is the smallest contract you can get for NPA, up to more than full-time. So sometimes people have more than 24/7, so sometimes there's 2 assistants during the day. So there's not an upper limit really to the agreements. But the association we are from is called NPA-miðstöðin, and it is a center that is owned by people with disabilities who use this service. So all of the owners of this place have disabilities, and everything that gets decided is decided by them. So the board is all people who know intimately how the service works, and the advocacy is all done by them for them. It's the only cooperative organization in Iceland. It's the only one that is owned by the disabled people themselves and controlled by them as well. We handle financial administration, so all kinds of paying the wages to assistants.
The municipalities pay us.
Yeah, the municipalities give a certain amount of money to the users, and and if people choose to be with us, we can handle all of the sort of money side of it. We also make the collective wage agreements with like Efling, the collective union, and we make sure that all of the assistants are being treated fairly, as as much we can. We also provide advice and counselors, so everyone who is with us has their own counselor who knows what their life looks like and can help with anything that comes up, and that's very different things come up. Sometimes it's just a question about salary, sometimes it's hiring, it can be all kinds of.
And also support in if you need to change your contract.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So and the advisors will also help you to change your contract, and also just will sometimes go with you to meet with the municipality if anything needs to change, if anything needs to happen. The advisors are there to assist. And we also provide educational seminars and courses, both for people who use the service, so disabled people, and also for assistants. So we try to keep these happen twice a year, many times a year.
And peer-to-peer learning as well.
Yep.
And we have a family support group as well.
So all kinds of different versions of it. We have brought these little papers, and we'll be around both in the break and after in the talking, both to ask us questions and if you would like to have some more information on it.
And if anyone speaks Bahasa Indonesia, tolong.
Then you can talk to Edna, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ekki nota? Så fór ég aftur á bak. Here it is. Hello. So good to see how many there are here, and welcome. My name is Þórunn Halldórsdóttir, and I am talking here for TMF, which is a technology center for people with disabilities. It's situated here in this house. It's a center with me. I am the center. It's a fairly small center. And for now, it's me. Hopefully, there will be more. That's what we're aiming for. I'm a speech-language therapist, and I have an interest in technology and how we can use technology to increase access to computers, to phones and smart devices, and in order for people to have more access to the community and to everything, can participate. I forgot to put on here the logos of all the institutes that own TMF, because TMF, I'll tell you, is owned by Þroskahjálp, who is holding this, and and it's owned by ÖBI, which is the Disability Alliance. Thank you, and GLOW support group that is here in this building as well, and the Blindrafélag, which is the Association of the Blind, or Visually Impaired, it's called actually. So there's these associations that own the TMF, and and we work together towards increasing access to technology. And just so explain like what it is, as I say, we aim to increase the knowledge of technology options that can help people with disabilities. So we educate on different software, hardware as well, computers and things, and also what settings can be done to ease access that can help children with adults. We are both for children and adults. And can help you with school and work and at home. So, but the main focus for us is on technology that helps with communication, with speaking and talking and having communication with others, and also with accessing text like written language, reading and writing. So, so that's our main, and here we can see a bit like example of different kinds of equipment that are used. Communication, computers, there can be access, different access with keyboards and mouse, using your eyes or whatever, all kinds of different things that are technology, thank God, is going so fast now, and it helps a lot, and there's a lot of possibilities and options that are out there, and I am doing, and we at the TMF, we try to take that knowledge to preserve it and have it so that we can tell everyone about it. So we want to distribute it, and so. And so we have people can book a meeting with me, and we can go over what are the needs for each child or an adult or whom it is. And often these meetings are only with the parents. It can be with the parents and the teachers, and sometimes the teachers come by themselves. So it's kind of a different. I am very flexible. We try to find the good solution for everybody. Also, there is I do some education to both families, teachers, and other staff that how to use these communication devices and more of that. And then we also have short courses, like for half a day about things, different topics related to technology. So as I say, our main focus group are children and adults that need special equipment to use computers and devices. Might be, like I said, eye tracking mouse or adapted keyboards or switches. And also those who just need the right software to make things easier. And that could be something, to change, like have the computer read out loud for you, or to be able to talk to your computer and it will write down the text for you. And then also we have a lot of people come to us because of the communication devices and different types of ways to do augmentative and alternative communication. Like it's alternative ways to communicate if you cannot use your speech. We have a website. It's actually rather outdated. We are updating it, and hopefully within a few weeks we will have a new website up and running. And now the old website is all in Icelandic. But call us or call me, send me an email. I always talk in plural. It's like I'm many people, but sometimes it feels like I'm many people. But you can call me, send me an email. You have that here through the website, or you can see. And I just want to reiterate that it's free of charge for people with disabilities. So when we are talking about one person, how can we adjust, or what solutions are there for them? It's free of charge. When I hold small courses or seminars, it will have a small fee, but it's it's not that much. So here are my contact information. So it's Þórunn@tmf.is or tmf@tmf.is. I have a telephone number there and the website, link to the website, although I'm apologizing for it a bit. Soon it will be very good. There is a QR code as well. So that's it for me, I think.
Thank you. I just wanted to let you know that we have 2 short presentations and then we will take a very good break, okay? It's very big, like 10 more minutes.
Okay, hi, my name is Árný and I come from Umhyggja, which is the Association for Chronically Ill Children and Disabled Children. And I'm just going to give you a really brief presentation about what we do. And then I would suggest that you all go online. You can look at the website. We have buttons that you can translate it only into English and Polish, but then maybe you can use Google Translate if that is not enough. And you're always also welcome, of course, to contact us and get more info. So Umhyggja, as I said, is the association for families of children with chronic illnesses and handicaps or disabilities. And our main aim for the 46 years that we have been running is to be advocates for rights of this group. We have a support fund that is like a money fund that people can apply to, because very many families cannot work as much when they have disabled or ill children. So that is something you can apply for with us. We have psychological services, 10 sessions with a psychologist for free for those who are members of Umhyggja or of the associations that are affiliated with Umhyggja. We have legal counseling for free as well. We have a lawyer in the office that is helping parents with a lot of issues that regard what's it called, TR, anyone, Tryggingastofnun, and SE, and just to try to get the help, the proper tools, all kinds of assistance that you might need, and also to try to help people to get the services that their children are in need of. And often it can be good to get a lawyer to write the letter, because then things start moving a bit faster. And that is for free for the members as well. We provide also occupational therapy for the parents. A lot of our support is aimed at the parents, because we believe that by helping the parents, they are better able to help the children. We have 2 very nice holiday homes, one in southern Iceland and one in northern Iceland, that are fully equipped with a hospital bed and wheelchair accessible and with like a lifter, and so people can have a really nice holiday in a summer cottage. And then we have an apartment here in Reykjavík that is available for our families that are maybe living in other sides of the country, and they can stay there in a cozy environment when they need to visit like Greiningarstöð or the hospital or doctor's appointments or something like that. Umhyggja is kind of, it's an association, but it's also kind of an umbrella. So we have 18 member associations, and all these member associations have something to do with children, either with chronic illnesses or with disabilities. And if you are, or your family or your child is a member of any of these associations, you can come to Umhyggja for the support I was talking about, and you do not need to become a member of Umhyggja. You automatically can come to receive some help if you are in any of these. If not, if you have a child that does not fit into any of these associations, you can apply to become a member of Immigrant, like a direct member. And it costs 1,500 kroner per year. And then you can, use or apply for this help that we have. We are not like a government-run program or anything like that, so all money that we get just from the people in the country and people that want to donate. But we have been able to run this for 46 years now, and so I would really encourage you to give us a call, to go online, visit the website, to send us an email or something if you have any questions, or if you think that we could assist you in any way. The only thing that you need to be able to apply for the support fund or the other services is that you have already an Icelandic kennitala. Yeah, I'm trying to be very. So this was the fast thing about Immigrant, and here are the contacts. Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry, one more thing, I forgot. We have produced these, the sunflower lanyards, and I have a lot of them. If anybody wants one, you can get it for me. Wow.
Hi. Yes, I am Bella. Happy to be here with you. Nice to see how many you are. Yes, I come from Glow, and I'm going to tell you a very short story of Glow. We are a non-profit organization founded in 1952, so we're more than 70 years old, but recently got a new name. Association has done a lot of innovative work in recent years in changing attitudes and establishing services for people with disabilities, especially children. Our mission, our goal is to promote participation by focusing on opportunities for children and youth with disabilities and their families. We run Æfingastöðin, which is here on the first floor. Maybe some of you know Æfingastöðin. It's we call it like Glow Children's Center. And we provide early intervention and rehabilitation services. There are around 1,500 families each year that attend the Æfingastöð with very different needs. We try to work in teamwork of course with parents as our key member of the team, and collaborate also with other service providers. We have occupational therapists and physical therapists, and we focus on strengths. We're not trying to fix the children. We're helping them to use their strengths and empower the family and empower the children to take part in their everyday life. Yes, and we work mainly at the Æfingastöðin in our site, but we also go to kindergarten, and we have, as someone mentioned earlier, physical therapy on horseback with horses, and also sometimes occupational therapy with horses, and also we had a dog, but fortunately she's getting a little bit old and we are waiting for a new one. So yeah, that's very nice. Yes, we also have like the OTs, they also work in Hafnarfjörður. We have in the sports center there, we have some space. So participation and inclusion are our what we aim at to have access to occupational therapy and physical therapy, you need a referral from doctor. It's mandatory. We cannot offer service without it. The only exception is very small children, maybe newborn, and they can come like 5 times, I think, without referral. Okay? I can say a lot more, but everybody's hungry and tired. And we also run Reykjadalur. So to make it clear, we are not closing Reykjadalur. Reykjadalur will be running as usual, but there are some other like extra projects that are associated with Reykjadalur, which are mainly for older, young adults with disabilities, and also with children with ADHD and autism that will be cut this summer. Looks like it, at least. But we have very nice summer camps in Reykjadalur. Do you know Reykjadalur? Yeah, some of you do. And there are 8 to 9 days each day during the summer, and we also have like winter weekends, and often that's the first visit is in the winter time. We always have a small waiting list. We try to make it as short as possible, but there's always, some waiting to get in. But we in Reykjadalur's fun is number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and also safety. To apply for a stay in Reykjadalur, you can go to our website, and there's an application form there. And also, I encourage you to follow us on the social media, because there are a lot of information there. This is our new website, glowfélag.is. Félag, is like association. And we have maybe not the best translation yet. We only have this, like you can choose from English and Icelandic, and it's a Google Translate function. So sometimes it's like strengthen here. It's like support, but not strengthen. So we're still working on it, and hopefully we will have more languages in the future. But there are a lot of information there, and will be more in coming weeks. So, and as I say, we have Instagram and Facebook account for the association, or the, like we call it, support society. You can also become a member of that. And for Glow Æfingastöð and Reykjadalur. And I think Reykjadalur also has TikTok, actually. So, yeah.